Struck by the yoke of poverty, the dream of a 16-year-old Limuru girl was withering, a home in a country struggling with a mind-boggling gap between the haves and have-not. But her story was to be different, thanks to a guardian angel who illuminated hope in Grace John's life at a time when she was lost in the world of adolescence and the uncertainty of facing tomorrow. The dream that was to die sprouted a healthy tree whose fruits are a direct lifeline for 50 girls, some who come from poverty-stricken families, just like it was for Grace, while others are teenage mothers.
I started this project 5 years ago. I had a passion to reach a girl child. I've done psychology in university, and I felt there was a need to reach a girl child. And I started with 3 girls, and by God's grace right now, we've been able to reach 50 girls. Our focus to reach the girl child, or my passion that led me to start a girl child project, there were so many needs. There were early pregnancy, school dropouts, and I asked myself, like, how would I do to give back to the community? Because a friend took me to university, and I felt like I wanted to give back to the society. And I came up with a project, and I shared it with some of my friends. And that's why we were able to start a project. It's called Neema Girls Project, and our focus is on the tea field.
She says the urge to inspire a smile in a soul full of doubts is her biggest motivation. An urge that saw her start Neema Girls Project, that has seen tens of girls impacted with technical knowledge that includes sewing, beading, and knitting, among other skills. All her beneficiaries have a unique story, but the basic conditions are replicated in thousands of homesteads across the country. One such girl is Dolphin Barongo, who hails from a family of 7, with their mother a sole breadwinner since their father suffered a spinal injury.
We met with Grace when we were in a certain camp. That's when we were choosing some few girls. That time I was in primary school. I was mentored in Neema Girls, where I was brought up. I was told how to stay like a girl until I did my KCPE. Then through the support of Neema Girls, I was able to join Form 1, and they supported me throughout until I did my KCSE. It is my desire to continue with my studies so that I will be able also to support my family and to achieve my goals. So I would really wish to achieve my goal, that is my career, which is pursuing sign language.
One by one, Grace is making change to a society that needs it most.
I joined Neema Girls Project in the year 2012. I was in Form 2. Then later on, there was a sewing project which started in 2016. So I joined the sewing project in 2016. Then I was trained by Mama Dennis. Before I joined the project, I stayed at home for an year. That is, I stayed at home. I was doing nothing at home. I just stayed idle.
Globally, 9 in 10 girls complete a primary education, but only 3 in 4 complete their lower secondary education. In low-income countries, less than 2/3 of girls complete their primary education, and only 1 in 3 completes lower secondary education.
Through our sewing project, we make most of the products, but we don't have market. If we can be able to get people who can come and purchase most of our things, we can be able to make a difference in this ministry, and also we can send many girls to school.
The consequences for girls dropping out of school prematurely are severe. A report by World Bank estimates the losses in lifetime productivity and earnings for girls of not completing 12 years of education are at $15 to $30 trillion globally. This is because, on average, women with secondary education earn twice as much as those with no education, while the gains from primary education are much smaller. Reporting for Capital TV, I'm Njoki Kehiu.